I decided to make a video about determination. My name is YG Nyghtstorm, and when I tell you I understand when life kicks you in your backside and that foot gets so far up there that you have no idea how you gonna make it out. I've been there. To hell with your haters, to hell with the naysayers, and to hell with anybody that's trying to hold you back, telling you you cannot do something that you know you are destined to do. Forget that kind of talk. These people don't control your life. You control your future. I want you to get it. I don't care who tells you whatever. You tell yourself you can, and you show these idiots that you are the person for that job, the person in the position to help change their life, because guess what? You changed yours.
The same thing, the same thing.
What? Hello, America! My name is YG Nyghtstorm, and greetings from Washington, D.C. Now, firstly, I travel around the country and I talk a lot to people. But what I want to do first is I want to say thank you. And let me tell you why I'm saying thank you. It's because 26 years ago, when I was 19 years old, I was actually homeless and sleeping on the streets of Atlanta. It was in weather like this, and it was cold, and it was raining, and I was sleeping on that street. And I will tell you something, at that moment, I had wanted to give up on life. At that moment, I thought that God did not care about me. Because if he did, why was I in such a situation where I had no power? But one thing kicked into me, and I said, I'm gonna give this one last chance. And I said, Lord, please give me the energy, the opportunity to change my life. And I will give my life to you. And I want to tell you, I worked very, very, very hard. I started to get one job and two jobs because I was actually sleeping in a crack house. I was not on drugs, but it was a dry place to sleep. But when the dope dealer got arrested and the police hauled everybody out, they knew that I wasn't a dope boy because I wasn't wearing Adidas and clean clothes. I was just some raggedy kid with long hair. I was dirty and I was smelly, and they said, you can't possibly be one of the dope boys. I said, no, officer, I just like the place to sleep. But anyway, once they got arrested and I kept on working and I kept on working, I moved out of the dope house and I slept in a house that had rats and roaches. And then I kept on working and I kept on working, and I elevated to a house that just had roaches. And then I kept on working into a place that just had mold. But I will tell you, at that point, while I was homeless and working my way up through, I was on food stamps because at the time I needed it. But I had one job, two jobs, three jobs, four jobs, five jobs, and I was sitting in front of my caseworker, and she said, YG, you make too much money for food stamps. We gotta kick you off. And I started crying. And she said, no, don't cry. If you quit 4 of your jobs, you can keep your benefits. And I said, ma'am, you are mistaken. These are not tears of sadness. These are tears of joy, because I no longer need you to feed me. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I believe in independence. I believe in power, and I believe in working for what you got. And at that point, I walked up out of that place with my head held high and been taking care of myself, my 7 beautiful children, who are all adults now. They love God, they love their country, and they love Americans. And this is why I'm saying thank you, because it was through hard work. It was through the love of fellow American citizens, black, white, Jew, Gentile, everything in between, that helped support this man standing in front of you right now. So when I tell you I love America, and America is the greatest country on earth, where it can give anyone from any walk of life a way to improve themselves and become the greatest version of themselves, because we live in the greatest country on God's green earth. So I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to conclude, because this crowd is beautiful. And there's so many people that hate, who threatened and said, well, YG Nyghtstorm, if you go to Washington, something gonna happen to you. Well, I'll tell you this, I hear the threats. I don't ignore the threats. I'm just not intimidated because I wore my Trump shirt. Bring it! So everywhere I go around this country in support of our president, I always do a nice power pose. So I always do this right here just to show unity, to show strength, because Kanye West is Superman with his red MAGA hat. Well, with my black MAGA hat, I'm the Incredible Hulk. And they don't want to see me when I'm angry. Yeah! Can everybody do a power pose with me? In 3, 2, 1. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.